are just over 2 weeks left in the Minnesota legislative session, and this is one of those years, if they don't get a budget done by July 1st, the state government will shut down. A short time ago, I spoke with Republican Majority Leader Senator Paul Gazelka about all that needs to get done. And joining us right now, Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka. Senator Gazelka, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Esme, good to be with you on a Sunday morning.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I follow you on Twitter, and you said, I want to be clear, we will pass a budget to keep Minnesota open. You're talking about a lights-on budget if necessary, but it's up to the governor. What exactly are you talking about there?
There's a number of variables that we want to take care of all at the same time. One is all of the executive orders in particular related to masks and keeping businesses closed. Even New York City has opened up now. They've given a time that they're going to be fully open. So that, and then the federal stimulus money, there's $2.6 billion that the governor can spend if we don't work together. And we're saying let's work together on all of those things. And if we do it all together, we're going to have a budget I think everybody likes. If the governor insists on going it alone on all the federal money that can be spent by him or keeping everything closed, then we will likely just pass a budget that is lights on. We call it a forecasted budget.
Okay. I know you want, and I know you've been pushing for this for 13 months now, for the governor to give up those emergency powers. But let me ask you, when you look at those COVID numbers every day, it's troubling. I mean, we had 1,723 new cases yesterday, 10 deaths. A lot of them are in outstate Minnesota. Does that give you pause? I know that you have been vehemently opposed to the governor's special powers, but are you concerned about those numbers?
Well, I'm concerned about the numbers, but I'm also concerned about all the other things that are creating problems for people and how they live their lives, their mental health. And so now that everybody's been vaccinated that wants it, there's no waiting lines for a vaccine anymore. We likely will have all kinds of different variants of COVIDs, and we've just got to figure out how to navigate through it. And so that's why I'm saying, look, we've got to figure out how to open up. It has created a lot of other problems that we're not even measuring.
You came under fire for saying that you would have a hearing on police reform and then saying, no, it's just going to go to a conference committee. Can you explain that decision? Because people are still talking about it.
Yeah, you know, with the death of George Floyd and then the trial of Chauvin, we didn't know how that was going to play out, and I wanted to make sure there was ample conversations happening. And so I said we're going to have some extra hearings. I talked about it as a goodwill gesture, particularly after the tragic shooting of Dante Wright. And so, but the verdict came in after that, and it let a lot of steam out of the whole upset. People felt like, frankly, that justice had been served. So that happened, and then the Justice Department announced that they were going to do a deep dive into the Minneapolis Police Department and the government of Minneapolis, particularly the mayor, and they're going to do a lot of work that our hearings would have done. And so those two things, and then the fact that we're just running out of time to get the budget done, led me to say, let's just do it in conference committee. We're going to have hearings every day where people can talk about the issues that are still outstanding.
Let me ask you about some of the police reform proposals. One in particular, one that would limit these stops for, say, expired tags or you know, air fresheners in the back of the car. Is that really what we want our police officers to be doing, is doing those kinds of traffic checks? I mean, really, they go through so much training. Shouldn't they be doing something else? And isn't it really an issue over these stops that really has so much anxiety filled from both sides, both from the community and also from the police officers?
So we're going to take a look at that. I want everyone at the table. So, you know, the police I want at the table too. I just want to make sure that they're able to do their job and that they're respected. I think in this whole narrative, too many people have frankly spoken out against the police and disrespected the police when they're doing a very, very difficult job. I mean, even again, just within the last couple of days, the Democrat leader of the Senate doubled down on the fact that we shouldn't have chastised the Union Hall for kicking out the National Guard. And so we've got to, as we're looking for reforms, we also need to make sure that the police can do their job and do it well and that they're appreciated.
Well, I think one of the things that was interesting in the trial was the prosecutor said a couple of times, this is not an anti-police prosecution, this is a pro-police prosecution. And some people would look at those reforms and say it's not anti-police, it's pro-police, you know, policing the right way. And I think everybody supports that.
Yeah, and that's why I say everybody's got to be at the table. The last budget reform, or I mean, police accountability we did just last July, not even a year ago, everybody agreed to, and there was tremendous reform there. I often have said the most comprehensive police accountability reform bill we've ever done in Minnesota. And so people need to watch that, let that do the work. And if there are other things we can do, that's fine. But we're not going to shut down Minnesota over more police accountability. We need to get the budget done. I think that's really important. We said we'll do it without raising taxes and taking care of Minnesota families. And I know we can do it. I've had good conversations with the speaker. I just had a conversation with the governor yesterday. And so I'm confident we're going to get through it. It's never easy, probably harder this time than ever, but we're going to get through it.
And quickly, are you running for governor?
Let's just wait until the budget gets done, and then we'll have another conversation.
All right. Well, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. We really appreciate it. Republican Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka.